Hi there, Pisces. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at October 13 through October 19. How's your bank balance doing? Last week's lunar eclipse full moon was a real doozy, and it was in your second house of self-worth, self-esteem, and spending, cash flow. Venus, the goddess of love, and the sun are both in Libra, which is a very spendy sign, and they like the sparkly stuff. And Pisces, you too can spend a lot of money and then realize that you haven't got the funds to cover it all when your credit card bills come in. You could have had a rude awakening last week with that lunar eclipse full moon. But a rude awakening in a good way, in a way that makes you realize that you've got to stop. And, apart from going to meetings, which a lot of people, I live in America and a lot of people go to Shoppers Anonymous and Overspenders Anonymous, and I get the giggles about it because I'm like, all you're going to do is meet people who like to shop like you. You're probably going to go to Marshall's and TJ Maxx afterwards and spend a fortune together. So, you don't have to go to a Spending Anonymous workshop in order to curtail your expenditures. But you do, however, have to listen to any advice that you felt you received from the universe or from your instinct during that full moon lunar eclipse. Keeping in mind that with Mercury out of phase, you've also got to check and recheck your bank balance and make sure that your credit card statements are correct and haven't been hacked into, or someone hasn't taken off and spent a fortune on your credit card at David Jones or Myers or anything like that, and you haven't looked at your statement in so long. It's very, very common in the US to be hacked, to have your identity stolen, and I'm sure it's becoming much more prevalent in Australia and other parts of the world. So you've really got to, you're the only one who can keep on top of things. The banks are so busy with the fraud thing that they don't have time to check on everyone. So this is the time when you're going to be more aware, because you'll be looking at your expenses thinking, I hope I was hacked so that this balance is not mine. I'm speaking from experience, Pisces, because I probably need to be going to those meetings myself. And I get the giggles about it because I think if I did go, I'd probably be one of the worst ones. So, on retrograde Mercury pairs with Venus in Libra on Friday, October 17, which is a handy, if short-lived, gift of a golden tongue that will benefit those who earn their living through words, including writers, teachers, marketing, and salespeople. And you're definitely in the writing zone and the teaching zone. You're not probably the best salespeople because you don't believe in shoving products down people's throat. I think you're more of a professor, or a professor of history, a professor of English, someone that knows all about books and plays, and a wordsmith, definitely, Pisces, because you're creative and artistic. And I think reading and knowing, sonnets and Shakespeare and things like that. I know that some of you are probably nodding your head saying, no, not me at all. But you'd be surprised how many stage and opera singers, stage actors and opera singers are born under the sign of Pisces. There's a lot, because it's an escape, a form of escape, and that's what you love. Have a wonderful week, Pisces. Great speaking to you, and I do look forward to speaking to you again next week.